Today we're going to be discussing the AMC short squeeze and whether or not this will be occurring soon. We're also going to be going over my price predictions on AMC and just overall news that's coming out on AMC recently. So if you guys want to hear about all that, make sure you guys watch until the end of the video. But here we can see AMC is currently sitting at about $9.18. A couple of days ago, it hit a high for the week at about $11. So getting back to that area of price is definitely a possibility, but we'll talk about that more at the end of this video. Before we talk about the news, I do want to mention that you guys can join our private Discord free section with the first link in the description. All you have to do is join with the first link in the description. You'll get access to all this free information. You're going to be able to see vocab turns on stock options. You're going to be able to see videos as well as talk to us and our thoughts on AMC, other different stocks, as well as get alerts on stock options. So if that's not something you might be interested in, join our free Discord with the second link or first link in the description. But anyways, let's talk about AMC. So right now they're sitting at about $9.18, and after hours they're sitting at about $9.16. And they had a pretty good strong end to the day. Not a very strong start to the day, but that's all right. We can see here they currently have about a $4.7 billion market cap according to Yahoo Finance. And the performance outlook, short term it looks good, midterm it looks about average, and then long term bad according to Yahoo Finance. But you know, Yahoo Finance is never right, but it is a piece of data that you can take into effect if you want. And yeah, bullish pattern is currently detected, a triple moving average crossover. So not only that, if we look at earnings, you can see that we have an estimated earnings of about -20 cents. Last quarter they did miss by 3 cents. Hopefully we can beat that this quarter. In terms of financials, their revenue is at 2.53 billion in 2021. I believe that is increasing this year as well. If we take a look at the income statement, you can see here in their last quarter they had a total revenue of about 1.1 billion, which is up from the last quarter of 785 million. The cost of the revenue was about 393 million, so that means their gross profit was 773 million. However, they also have operating expenses. So you can see here their operating expenses were about 781 million. So overall their pre-tax income was in the -121 million. So they're not actually profitable. However, their total revenue to cost of revenue is pretty solid. And when we take a look at their balance sheet, there is something a bit concerning here, and it's going to be the total debt. Just the fact that they're not making too much headway against their total debt. Sure, they have gone from $11 billion in debt all the way to about $10.4 billion in debt. They need to start eating away at this debt so that they can continually get a better balance sheet, make more money, be a better company overall. Their total assets, they currently have 1.2 million in current assets, and then total liabilities they have 1.6. So that could be improved as well on their balance sheet. However, this is going to be a growth stock and basically a short play. So if you guys think that we can short squeeze, this is going to be a good play for you, and you can possibly make a lot of money even if the company isn't doing too well on their balance sheet and their income statement. However, they are getting better on their income statement and balance sheet. It's just not coming as quick as I would like it, but still that is all right. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at. And let's go over what it looked like today. GameStop Corporation and AMC Holdings attempted to break higher as well, but ran into a group of sellers today. The three stocks, basically AMC, Ape, and GameStop, are showing signs of indecision at the moment as the general market ahead of the Federal Reserve's decision on interest rate hikes expected on Wednesday. So basically, this rate hike on Wednesday, if it is more than 75 points, or if it's 100 points, that could be pretty detrimental to stocks. So at the moment, a lot of stocks are feeling a little bit of downward seller pressure, and that's why we've kind of been in puts recently with our Discord. But yeah, the CPI is coming out. Hopefully it's not 100 points, hopefully it's just 75, but we will see. In terms of AMC, they started trading in a downward trend after topping at $10.75 on Monday or today. AMC was working to print an inverted hammer candlestick on the daily chart. But yeah, AMC has a resistance at $9.90 and $12.22, and a support at $8.51 cents and $7.47. So that's basically what we're looking at today. And then now I want to talk about AMC's short squeeze. Could we be seeing a short squeeze here soon? Let's talk about it. Several indicators point to the possibility of another short squeeze set up in AMC Entertainment stock. Here's what investors need to know. AMC's and Entertainment's implied volatility reading suggests there's still plenty of room for price movement in this stock. In terms of borrow fees, the fees short sellers are paid to borrow stock to bet against are close to all-time highs, indicating a lot of interest in shorting AMC. And the rally in the broader market could send shares of AMC soaring. So in terms of AMC's implied volatility, if you guys don't know, this is how much they expect AMC to move. Yeah, basically IV indicates a security market sentiment, and they have been trending a little bit bearish. But in terms of their implied volatility, it currently stands at 120. That's 16% lower. So you're not going to see as much of swings up and down in AMC as you did recently. But this is what we really want to talk about, and this is going to be the spike in borrow fee rates. So AMC stock has jumped nearly 20% in the last 5 trading days. We've also seen a substantial increase in borrow fee rates from the end of August to the present. So if you look at this chart here, you can see that the borrow rates have gone extremely high for AMC. And they were almost at 30%, the highest levels of this year so far. The rates are currently at about 18%. Shorting costs are generally driven by utilization. And the reason that AMC is a short selling target is because when it comes to business fundamentals, AMC is in the best shape since it's been the COVID pandemic, but short sellers are still betting heavily against the stock. And considering AMC's valuations, the short selling should continue. So basically, people are saying that AMC is valuated too high, and thus people are shorting because they think that the price of the stock will continue going down. Even though the last official data pointed to a decrease in short shares from 96 million to 89 million in August, roughly 17% of AMC's float is still being shorted. High short interest is not necessarily a positive indicator for a stock, so it actually might be a little bit bad. It warns basically that the market's bearishness in a stock may not be warranted. However, considering retail investors' continuing interest in meme stocks, shorting AMC could be risky, especially when borrow fees are so high. So yeah, there could be a short squeeze setup right here. Because AMC is starting to get shorted a ton, and if people are able to get together and buy up all these shares, we can actually squeeze these short sellers and get AMC to anywhere from $15 to $20, which would be absolutely awesome. But yeah, before we get into my thoughts on AMC's technical analysis, I do want to say that if you use the second link in the description, you can get up to $30,600 worth of free stocks from Webull when you use the second link in the description and deposit just 1 cent. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and do that with the second link in the description. Finally, let's go over this technical analysis. So this was a pretty bearish day. However, it ended very good with 3 green candlesticks moving up over the moving averages. Not only that, we're trending up on the MACD, and the RSI is only at 50. So going into tomorrow or the day you're seeing this video, I would assume that AMC does pretty good. And I just expect an overall green day today, reaching anywhere from $10 to $11 today or the next day. So there's actually a lot of room for being in the green for AMC. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Make sure you guys join our free Discord with the first link in the description. Get your free stocks with the second link in the description. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. That's going to be it. I'm Zach with Finance Bro. Take it easy.